Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm, and my name is Renee. And today, zucchini for days. Yes, it's zucchini season, and the zucchini start, and they just keep on coming and coming and coming. So what I am doing is I am joining a one-day mini collab with 3 of my friends, and we're all going to present different zucchini recipes. And we also opened it up to some other channels too. So I will put the information below and the link, and it will just be a fun place to find different zucchini recipes. So there's 4 of us. There's my channel, Pike Creek Farm. There is Mennonite Farmhouse, Leanne, and there is Michelle at Big Valley Living, and Angela at the Inquisitive Farm Wife. And we're all doing zucchini recipes. We came up with this idea, and then we did open it up to some other channels, and Lazy Days Ahead is doing it, and I think there might be some others. I'll have it all down below for you. And we'll have a playlist so you can go back and refer to all things zucchini when your zucchini starts coming in. And I really debated on what to do because, you know, there's a bunch of stuff I like to make out of zucchini. There is, of course, zucchini bread, and there's, you know, different breakfast recipes with zucchini, and I just like fried zucchini. And I like to make like zucchini lasagna or zucchini boats. I like to slice them thin this way and roll it up with a filling. I almost did that. I have 2 different versions of that are really good. But there's no baked goods in the house right now, and my husband likes his sweets, so I am doing zucchini cookies with cream cheese frosting. Oh, come on, it's cream cheese frosting. How can you go wrong? So I'll pull you on down, and we will make zucchini cookies with cream cheese frosting for zucchini for days. And please make sure to check out all the other channels because I know what they're doing, and oh boy, there's some good recipes. The first step, and I won't make you watch it all, is to shred up the zucchini. And you want to leave the skin on, and I'm sure most of you have probably done this. I have my oven on preheating to 375. We need 1.5 cups of shredded zucchini. And I just use my box grater and go around. You don't want to do the very middle, the seedy part. I'm thinking these 2 small zucchini will get me there. Sticks to everything. You know, I just love slicing zucchini into coins and frying it up. You know, I am going to use that second one because I don't want the center. So we need about 1/2 cup more. My chickens will be happy in the morning. I'm going to put all the zucchini on the paper towel. Put another one on top and just blot out that extra moisture. We don't want it to be too wet in the dough. Put it in this bowl. Okay, I got a mess. Let me clean this up. So the first thing we're gonna do after that is we're going to get our dry ingredients into a bowl. And I'll have this recipe below for you, the link for it. And it's 1 3/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I know, that's weird, isn't it? So there's 1 cup. Three-quarters. And 1, 2 tablespoons. Now we're going to add the spices to it. We have cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. It's a very flavorful recipe. I like when there's lots of warm spices. So we need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Then we need to add the baking soda and baking powder. And we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we need our salt. Need that leavening, that salt to activate it. So we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So that is all the dry ingredients. So let's mix that. Next, we're going to mix the butter and sugars. This recipe calls for both brown sugar and white sugar. So first we need 1/2 cup of softened butter. And then we're going to add the sugar. We're going to add 2/3 a cup of white sugar and 1/3 a cup of light brown sugar. So this is a 1/3 measuring cup, so we need 2 of the white sugar and 1 of brown sugar. And I'm going to pack it in there. Now we're going to cream this all together, get it so it's nice and fluffy. Now we're going to add 1 egg. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, it was a little more. It splashed. Now we're going to add in half of our dry ingredients. And don't put it on too high to start this, or you're going to have a dust storm. Now we're going to add the zucchini. And now the rest of the dry. Okay, let's get the extra off of here. And we'll get the cookie sheets ready and start baking. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper. And then we're gonna scoop on the batter. Put these in to bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Here's the first batch out. I'm gonna set them on the rack to cool, and I'm gonna start making the frosting. We're gonna make the frosting now. I have 1 container of cream cheese in here, 8 ounces, and I'm gonna add 6 tablespoons of softened butter. And we're gonna beat that up and mix it all together. Then we're gonna add 1 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. 1 cup. And 1/3. Whoop. A teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, let's taste it. I'm gonna see how thick it is. You want it to hold its shape, kind of. You don't want it to just slide off the cookie. Of course, you want the cookies cooled when you go to frost them. I'm going to add a smidge more powdered sugar. There, it's holding that, so I think we're good. And it's pretty warm here, so when it in cooler weather, cooler temperatures, that will help it too. Okay, so the frosting is now ready. This is ready to put on the cookies when they're all done. And I'm going to set it in the fridge just because it's so warm in here. The first ones are cool, so I'm going to start frosting them. Then we can sprinkle on top either a light dusting of cinnamon or nutmeg. I'm gonna put these on a plate. So I can use the cooling rack. There we go. I'm gonna try and put just a little bit of cinnamon. Get back. There we go. So the frosting's not set up, but how can I resist? Oh, those are good. They'll be good for breakfast. Gotta check them. Nicely spiced, not overly spiced. Chewy, cake-like cookie. They'll be perfect for breakfast. This is the cup of coffee is happening tomorrow morning. So we'll see if I take them into work or if Jim will eat them. So make sure to check out all the Zucchini for Days recipes with all the collaborators because we're all gonna have zucchini for days. And if you don't, your neighbor does and they're gonna wanna share them. So you need lots of zucchini recipes. Make sure to check out the playlist and go to Mennonite Farmhouse, The Inquisitive Farm Wife, and Big Valley Living, plus all the other channels who are joining in. Zucchini for Days. Thank you for watching this. And if you would like to see more videos on baking or vintage recipes and canning, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. See you next time at Pike Creek Farm.